But we're going to pretend it's not there. We're just going to have a chat.
Okay.
So we don't need to settle him. He's just a weird guy that's came with us. How much success have you had buying out of Magic Millions in the previous years?
Quite a bit, yeah. I think probably, I'd say the majority of our better horses have come out of Magic Millions, for sure.
You're not really restricted, are you? You can buy QTIS and BOBS horses.
Well, the perfect ones are BOBS and QTIS, the ones that are registered for both, you know, because we're right on the border. We can use both bonus schemes really well, and I mean, some horses are suited better to the QTIS scheme, obviously more money for less races, and some also for the BOBS scheme with every race is worth a little bit more, so.
You've bought one so far.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Why did we buy it? What was the main attraction?
As a type, pretty much, you know, he's my microphone, he was a good horse himself. Very athletic horse, you know, I like that. You know, I don't necessarily go looking for really big, heavy. I'd rather buy the more athletic horse that's going to improve into itself, which is what he'll do. He's, you know, he's got a bit of filling out to do, and that I like that. I'd rather a more athletic, lighter horse than a real big, heavy horse that you're sort of battling to hold weight off. Most of them end up geldings anyway because they're too big. This horse can, I mean, I'm not sort of saying he's going to turn into a stallion anytime soon, but we can leave him as an entire for longer if we need to, without him getting too heavy, as long as his attitude allows. But I prefer the more refined, slighter horses than the real big heavy ones, and he's that.
Your rough average, what would you be really happy with to walk out of here with?
If we walked out of here with 10, it'd be a good number. You know, we've obviously tried to stay at a certain budget. Most of our horses that we buy are sort of 200 or under, you know, and if they don't fit the budget, we don't buy them, basically. You know, they've got to fit into the category that we're buying for, and that's the market that we focus. And, you know, we can buy them for the right money, we buy them. If we can't, then we'll move on to the next sale pretty much. But yeah, we've only just missed on a few. We've been very close, but there's plenty more horses to sell and plenty more sales to come, so we're not that worried about that.
What makes you different? What have you got that other trainers don't have?
Well, I think the main thing that we have that other trainers don't have is that we're a country stable in New South Wales, so that we have access to all the country races. You know, it's two restricted country-only races at every country meeting. We've got the highway races, we have the country championships, we have the Kosciuszko. Guys that are just across the border don't have access to that. That's the beauty in closing the Sydney stable. We've now been allowed access back to those country-only races, and you know the money's huge. We're racing for 120,000 every Saturday in Sydney, and we send lots of horses down there and win lots of them. You know. Kosciuszko's now worth $2 million, the country championship worth $1 million, and restricted to country trained horses only. And being by far the biggest country stable in New South Wales, it's a real advantage to us. And we still have the access to the Queensland tracks. You know, I think you touched on it before. We have the best of both worlds. It's completely hopeless. He wouldn't even be able to wear these Spider-Man shoes. They're completely confused. It'd fall over.
Where did you get these Spider-Man shoes?
I got them from the Nike shop.
They look limited edition.
I got them from a Nike shop somewhere. Noosa.
Where all the cool kids hang out.
That's where the cool people go, exactly. Including me.
Super, okay. Right, I might let you guys crack on.
No worries. Do you want the biggest lapel microphone in the whole world back?